Mommy, something happened at school today. Evelyn held up a finger. Wait, let me fix my camera. Say it again when I start recording, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Grace faked a smile and changed the topic. Nothing happened, Mommy. I just made new friends in school, that's all, Grace said as she walked away sadly.
Let me tell you guys about the mom of the year, Evelyn. Evelyn was married to the love of her life and had her picture-perfect family. She was a content creator and mother of 3 beautiful children, Michael, Ethan, and Grace. Evelyn has always loved being in the limelight and thrived in social media attention. She also enjoyed recording her children. When she woke them up in the morning to prepare them for school, she would film the whole process. Evelyn shot get ready with me videos at any chance she got. She would always put the camera in front of her children each time they said something smart or funny. Repeat what you just said, she would say, picking up her camera to record, and then she would post it on her socials. Over time, her children learned to act for the camera. It felt like they were on a reality TV show against their wish. They learned that jokes, mistakes, tears, and even arguments were moments to record. Their home was no longer just a home. It was a movie set. When her daughter Grace got her first period, Evelyn recorded her experience and captioned it, being a girl child mom. She would sit with her phone all day replying to comments and editing the next video to post. She employed a nanny and house help that helped her with the kids while she shot content for her personal page.
Before we continue, please click the subscription button to get notified when I drop a new video. Now let's get back into the story.
Evelyn's account was growing. Brands were sending PR packages and people called her the supermom. She was enjoying the attention and the brand deals. But her children were changing. They became quieter in real life, louder on camera. Their smiles only appeared when the ring light blinked on. Evelyn had repeated arguments with her husband on how much time she spends on her phone and social media. Baby, it's not that deep, she kept on giving excuses. It's content. It's how influencers grow. Her husband tried to explain to her, "You know, I'm barely around because of the nature of my work. These children need their mother's attention, not a video director." But she rolled her eyes. "Didn't you know I was a content creator before you married me?" she said, and went back to editing her videos. One day, Grace's class teacher requested a meeting with Evelyn.
Madam Evelyn, your daughter has been very withdrawn lately. She seems scared of going home, and most times she's lost in her thoughts. Does she get mistreated at home?
The teacher asked, genuinely concerned. "Teacher, the word mistreatment and my daughter Grace cannot be in the same sentence. I provide my kids with nothing but the best," she said confidently. The teacher kept on talking, but Eno barely listened. She was busy secretly recording the teacher as she spoke, planning to caption it. Teachers and their unnecessary drama. The next day, after school, her daughter tried to talk. "Mommy, something happened at school." Eno held up a finger. "Wait, let me fix my mic. Say it again when I start recording, okay?" Eno faked a smile and quickly changed the topic. She walked away in disappointment after fighting tears, and the chance for Eno to save her daughter slipped through her fingers. The boys weren't left out as well. In fact, whenever they played football, their mother recorded them. On a fateful afternoon, Grace came back from school feeling pains all over her body. "Mommy, my body is aching me," she complained. "Don't worry, baby. You're just tired from school stress. After sleeping, you'll be fine, okay?" Poor Grace nodded in agreement. Evelyn instructed the nanny to give her some painkillers and put her to sleep. Gradually, Grace began withdrawing into herself. She isolated herself in her room, speaking only when spoken to. But every time Evelyn noticed something was off, she convinced herself it was nothing. It's just teenagers being teenagers. They tend to withdraw to themselves as they grow older, she thought. The children continued their daily routine of school, home, camera. They were used to the camera now. Years passed, and the 3 of them had now gotten admission into different universities of their choice. In school, they were popular, and people knew them as the Supermom's kids. Any news about them went on blogs first. But at least they had some level of freedom. They were finally free from their mother's lens. No more camera in their faces 24/7. They only called their mom when they needed something. Whenever she tried engaging them in a conversation, they would come up with excuses. One afternoon, Evelyn called. "Grace, my child, how was your day? How about you introduce me to your friends? You can invite them over," Evelyn said in a desperate tone. "So you can use them for content, right?" "No, thank you, Mom. I have to go now. I'll call you later," Grace said, hurriedly cutting the call. Evelyn felt really bad. She was getting more lonely as the days went by. There wasn't content for her to shoot anymore. Her husband was working abroad and her kids had refused to come back home for the past 2 years. She even tried visiting one of the boys one day in school. "Ethan, I'm in front of your hostel. Can you come out so I can see you?" she said over the phone. "Mummy, why did you come here without telling me? You better go back home because I'm not around. I'll come and see you later," he said angrily and switched off his phone. Evelyn went back home and cried her eyes out. It dawned on her that she had been an absent mother to her kids. She never had any personal relationship with them and only did things for the camera. Now they are grown, they find it difficult to have as little as a 5 minutes chat with her. "Oh, my poor babies, I scared them away with my own hands," she said to herself, reminiscing on countless times she had dismissed them or put the camera in front of their face when they wanted to have a chat with her. She promised herself that she was going to make things right, even though it might seem late. But it's never too late to correct a mistake, she thought to herself. The next morning, she woke up to several missed calls from different numbers. What's going on? She panicked as she opened her phone, and the first thing she saw on her notification was from a school blog. Supermom's son, who was already in his final year, had been rusticated following severe exam malpractice, she read out loud. Evelyn froze. She couldn't believe what she just saw. Before she could comprehend what was going on, she received another call. Her second son, Ethan, was involved in an accident in another state far away from his school. Apparently, he was on his way back from a concert he attended the previous day. Evelyn fainted on her way out of the house, and a neighbor rushed her to the hospital. When she regained consciousness, her daughter Grace was already seated close to her, sobbing. "Grace, where are your brothers? Are they okay? What hospital was Ethan taken to? Can we go there immediately?" she asked impatiently. "Mommy, calm down. They are fine. Michael is with Ethan in the hospital and he's alive, just unconscious," Grace said calmly. "Why didn't you tell me? This is what has been going on with your siblings," Evelyn said, crying. "I'm sorry, Mom. I just didn't know how to tell you," Grace said, sobbing. There was a long silence. Then Grace said, "Do you remember when I was younger and wanted to discuss something with you? I lied about what was bothering me and changed the topic. Actually, someone we trusted, our driver, took advantage of me when I was younger," Grace revealed. "What?" Evelyn was shocked to her bone. "Oh, my daughter, I'm so sorry that happened to you," Evelyn said, with hot tears running down her cheeks. "But still, you should have told me. Mom, the signs were there. Even my teacher noticed. I tried telling you severally, but you were too busy with your content," Grace said angrily. Evelyn cried tears of regret. When her kids were younger, she didn't let them go out or hang out with friends. She thought she was protecting them. They would stay indoors and shoot content with her. Now, they got admission into the university. The boys misused the freedom they had. Evelyn was later discharged that day, and she went to see her sons in the hospital. Instead of reprimanding them, she gave them a big hug and apologized for being an absent mother even when she was physically present. A lot was going on right under her nose, and she didn't even notice because of her ignorance. She promised to do everything within her power to correct her mistakes. Gradually, Evelyn was able to fix the relationship she had with her children using tips from social media. Well, it actually worked. and their mother became their best friend. This story highlights the importance of paying attention to your children's well-being and being present in their lives.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Until I see you next time. Bye.